Hey, hey, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to the short answer. It is an awesome time always when we get together and when we get to pack it into a short answer, it's always amazing and interesting and surprising, right? Because for me to come up with a short answer is a thing. All right. So before we dive into that, I have some announcements that I want to make for everyone so that you are made aware of things that are coming up, because we've been doing a lot of really fun things lately. And if you've missed them, then I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to share with you that we have the BodyAwake Yoga Teacher Certification Program. Our second cohort is starting right now. We had our kickoff call on the 15th, and you can still jump in. Whether you want to take this for personal growth or you'd like to maybe one day be a yoga teacher, focus on BodyAwake, which is anchoring the consciousness in the core of the body during body movement. So you don't have to be a big yogi. It's not a pretzely twisty thing. It is about truly understanding how energy flows through the biofield and the bioenergetics of self-healing. And so you can operate in this program. It's a modulated course that you take from home. Over the course of a year, we meet regularly as well and help guide you through it. And it's just an amazing thing to do. So I'm thrilled that people are so excited. We have lots and lots of people in the program that you'll be able to mingle with and get to know, build a community that is truly based in self-healing, based in ancient principles of yoga. Okay, so we also have the monthly healing transmission that is coming up Wednesday, February 23rd. And that is at 8:30 Eastern time. We have thousands of people from around the world that are gathering together to create and to contribute to and receive from a matrix of higher consciousness wrapping the globe and activating very high frequency energies at the same time. We're also tapping into ancient principles of meditation, of consciousness, and the holders and keepers of the great observing consciousness that everyone on this planet is certainly interested in tapping into, rather than jumping into your defensive protective mode, to able to be staying in the spaciousness of possibility so that it doesn't get a hold of you. So the healing transmission is for healing on every level of your lives, and something that I love to dive deeply into these frequencies with people and guide them through animating and activating, emanating and radiating these same healing qualities from themselves. So it's a beautiful group effort, a community around the world. So you would go to monthlyhealingtransmission.com for that. Also, we are providing, again, the introduction to remote healing transmissions and training. So it's techniques, and you will also be receiving transmissions throughout the program. It is an introductory course, which we are teaching on a Friday and a Saturday. And then there is also, for those of you that are best practitioners already inside of Morter Institute, we'll have a special version of that later on Saturday and all day Sunday, to allow you to apply these remote healing principles into the techniques that you know with best. So it is about how to work non-locally, how to work distance with people, whether it's friends or family or your beloveds or the planet as a whole that you would like to learn to work with. We have flow charts that allow you to sense and feel different energies along the way. And it's truly a beautiful, beautiful program. And so I'm very interested in teaching our larger community how to work with people remotely. It's been a wonderful, miraculous, truly miraculous process that so many members of our community have been benefiting from by receiving remote healing sessions. So you can become a remote healing practitioner within our community and serve in additional ways. Okay, so that's the remote healing. That is coming up on March 11th, 12th, and 13th. So that's right around the corner. All right. We also have Conscious Success Mentorship, which if you are a practitioner of any sort, whether you're a massage therapist, a best practitioner, a yoga teacher, a facilitator of the energy codes, or an energy codes coach, and you would like to be guided and supported and mentored on how to create a successful business and practice in a very ethical and integrated, highly conscious manner, then that's what this program is. It's a monthly phone call and a highly engaging Q&A opportunity to be in the hot seat to deliver your special situation and get some feedback on that as well. It's very fun. So the Conscious Success Mentorship, that has, it is starting Monday, March 21st. So again, right around the corner, lots of fun things coming up. We also have an advanced best practitioner training that is coming around the bend as well. So if you've taken best, whether you're certified in best or not, and if you've taken spiritual best, you don't have to take spiritual best to take this advanced program. We're going to be working on extremity adjustment and TMJ and working with high brain centers as well, and all sorts of fun things regarding case management and things to look for in working with an individual. So that's the advanced best program. There also is, that is March 25th, 6th, and 27th at the end of next month. We also have the Energy Codes Deep Dive online retreat, which is something we were able to slide into the mix because we are not going to Egypt this year. We're going to Egypt next year. So if you're interested in going to Egypt, just know that that's coming next March. And this March, we're sliding in a deep dive approach to deepening our practices. If you have taken level 1, 2, and 3 of the energy codes, then you're eligible for the deep dive. If you'd like to become eligible for the deep dive, you can also acquire those recordings of those courses and listen to those so that everyone is on the same page by the time that we come into the deep dive actual experience. It is a lot of my own personal practices, things that I do, and also lots of ancient practices that might work for you in different ways, etc. There will be different content taught in this one than was taught in the last deep dive for the reason of wanting everyone to be exposed to as much information as possible. So I'm always so inspired by those of you that are studying deeply with me in all these facets of how to develop ourselves consciously, physically, and mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And it is such a joy to work with you. We have developed an amazing community around this world, and I'm blessed to be a part of you. You know, you write to me all the time, I'm so blessed, you changed my life, etc. And that blessing is very mutual. Okay, so those are our announcements. And what I'd like to talk to you about this evening in the short answer is know your dreams. So I'm not talking about know your goals and know your visions for yourself and walk those into existence, and no matter what, you make it happen. It's not that kind of a conversation. It's about understanding your dreams. It's about understanding consciousness from the dream state's perspective, and some of the things that we can do to help facilitate the opening of the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious in such a manner that the subconscious has an opportunity to have a voice. Because what's been happening in the course of our lives is that we've shut down a trap door that connects, or was supposed to connect, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious aspects of us are constantly receiving information. They're constantly interpreting that information, and we're also constantly suppressing more information down into the subconscious. And so below this trap door is all of the wisdom that you seek. It's all of the rest of who you're supposed to be being, who you're intended to be in this life, and it's available for you if you'll just let it rise. But we don't know how to do that until, of course, we start studying in the energy codes and learning how to build circuitry and allow for this flow to open this trap door between the thalamus and the hypothalamus of the brain, and to allow what is in the unconscious to bubble up, to surface up to the conscious levels of our existence, so that we have access to the information that is here for us. So billions of bits of information are bombarding your system every millisecond. That's a lot. And it comes in to the little receptor sites on the surface of every cell of your body. Your entire body is a giant ear, basically. It's constantly perceiving and receiving and allowing and connected with the cosmos, cosmic intelligence, the universal mind, the one mind, the mind field, the unified field. However you want to look at it, it's all us if we let it be, and it's cut off if we don't. And so when we don't and we cut it off from our conscious awareness, it doesn't mean it's not coming in. It just means we're signed off. We're not paying attention to that. We're over here busy paying attention to the stories that we're writing and this life that we're living that feels like we're accomplishing, or we're being defeated, or we're arguing, or we're presenting love, or we're doing all sorts of things that really aren't exactly the whole picture. There's a lot more going on under the scenes, and that something that's going on under the scenes is always trying to be seen. It's always driving you. It's always causing you to act out things that you don't really conscientiously want to be doing. They cause you to say things and to do things and to think things that are disconnected, that are disoriented, that are dissonant. And so the only other opportunity that it has, because one way is it comes out in an unintegrated way that's not loving, it's not kind, it's not compassionate, it's not adventurous, it's not in the yes, it's in rejection. It has its heels dug in one fashion or another. That's one way. We usually shut those down because they get us in trouble, and we have this idea that I got to get my mouth shut or I'll say something stupid, or I'm just not going to do anything. Fine, I just won't do anything because I don't want to do the wrong thing. And so that doesn't really stand a great chance for us to ever really become awake in this life. And so by a default mechanism, our dreams are constantly trying to give us another chance, another opportunity to let it rise, to let it surface, to let the truth come up and out. So then what does this mean? If I'm having bad dreams, if I'm having like disintegrated dreams that seem unfun or, kind of frightening to me, does it mean that I have all this ugly stuff suppressed in my subconscious? And the answer is, wait for it. No, the answer is no. It means that there's a disconnection, because when our circuits are in place and we're really traversing this information from our gut level through chemistries and the endorphins and the peptides and the neuropeptides and the neural synapses that allow information to rise from our gut to our heart to our brain into images and interpretations and ideas and inspirations, if we're allowing that to happen, it translates that information in a beautiful way. If there are disconnects along the way, gaps in the circuitry, where we're now receiving partial information and not receiving other parts of the information at all, and so the bits and pieces and parts come together in a form that is less inspiring, less kind, maybe less nurturing, less loving, because it's incomplete information. However, it's still trying to bubble up to the surface so that we can no longer be trapped by it, drugged down by it, or compressed by it, or encaged by it. So ultimately, the information at the subconscious level is always trying to surface. It's always wanting to bubble up, to be revealed, to be integrated, so that we can see more clearly that the only thing that's really happening here is love. The only thing that's really happening here is support for us to become the whole of our bigness. And when we interpret life from any other perspective, we end up just really not enjoying it. Not having the love, not experiencing the love that we would call self-love, not experiencing the fact that the universe is on our side, not allowing it to show us, not stepping into the adventure because we don't feel confident, we don't feel available. We feel protective and hiding and reclusive instead. And so when your dreams do surface, even when they're disconnected, the invitation is for you to love them. Love the fact that this information is coming up and out. Even if you can't make sense of it, be grateful that it's coming up and out, that it has found its way to bubble to the surface. If it gave you a bad ride all night long, then just know that it's actually probably keeping you from experiencing some other sort of dissonant energy expression, which can translate to acidosis. It can translate to indigestion. It can translate to respiratory issues or heart conditions, or it can translate into immune disorders or deficiencies, and it can translate into allergies and asthmas and all sorts of things. Now, some people don't really make the connection, but I want you to get this. Everything is energy. It's just energy. And that energy is either flowing freely, or it's being ignored and suppressed, or sidestepped or deflected or dispersed in some way. It's been marginalized, and that's not okay. We're here to feel and to learn and to process and to awaken, period. So as we do, we become very good at embracing whatever it is that is in our path. When that happens to be a dream, know that it is the you in the astral body form that is trying to place the pieces together more closely and more closely and more closely to something that you are wanting to awaken to. So little by little by little, it starts to piece it together, even if any given night, it's not so fun. All right. So not to worry about it. Now, also know this, that if you have dreams of this being possible and then this and all these people were there and this was uplifting and this was happening, that this too is the same thing. It is parts of your infinite possibility that are trying to make their way from your unconscious up to your conscious awareness. And when that is allowed to happen, it becomes obvious to you that something is flourishing, something is flowing, and there becomes a fluidity that we embrace. So I would love to invite you to do this. When you have a great dream, like an amazing dream, and these things are happening, and it seems better and bigger than life, notice how you feel in the body. And if you would, you could do this. If you could, and you could if you would. So if you would do this, when you have one of those dreams that don't feel quite so jazzy and don't really feel like they're uplifting you, they feel dissonant and disorienting and so forth. If you could actually mimic the same vibrational sensation in your body as soon as you can authentically get there, that you had when you had that dream that you loved having. Because what you're really celebrating is the unconscious is becoming conscious. And I know that my dreams are all each trying to allow the unconscious to become conscious so that I can start to take some steps and to take some actions and to allow this to become a greater version of who I am. The dissonant dreams are likely actually pulling up the stuff that you don't need packed in these boxes down under the stairway, down inside your system, just throwing stuff left and right. And those negative experiences in your dream state are just those disconnected pieces of you that are very important pieces of you, but they're disconnected. So we connect them as we start to embrace them, like, come what may, just let it rise. And if we would achieve that same sensation inside of, hey, I'm just glad this is coming up. Not just up and out of me, but up for my awareness. I don't have to figure out what the dream meant. I don't have to assign all of those things in this now moment, the morning of, the morning after. But if you keep it in consciousness, maybe journal about them, just write down some of the poignant points. Over time, it begins to piece together because all of it, including the not so fun dreams and the super fun dreams and the in-between dreams, it includes this. Each person in the dream, each experience in the dream, every aspect of the dream, people, places, things represent parts of your own consciousness. They are parts of you that are trying to find each other. They're trying to work together and net themselves together in some way. Because actually, our outer life experience during the waking hours is also the same thing. What quantum science would show us is that it's all you, baby. It's you trying to come to terms with the you that punishes other parts of you. You trying to come to terms with the you that abandons other parts of you. It's you trying to come to terms with the you that is so loving and compassionate and kind and joyous. It's you that's trying to come to terms with the you that is the miraculous one. All of it. All of it can be traced back to the fact that quantum science is showing us that life is a reflection of our own presence, our own being, and what we are allowing to come forward. So just start inviting, come what may, come up. I'm welcoming you. I'm having you. I'm just happy that it's no longer lodged down in there. Because when the dreams are coming, it's because you're ready to put some pieces together that you weren't accepting about yourself before. You're ready to be able to manage a greater version of who you are than you were able to before these dreams were happening. So know your dreams. Most importantly, know that your dreams are serving you, no matter what they are. If there is something that is a repeating negative dream or a painful dream, I have a friend who had night terrors. She would wake up in the middle of the night, just climbing up onto the headboard of her bed, just terrified. And I began speaking with her about these types of things, and it completely changed what the impact was. It completely changed and ultimately changed and stopped these night terrors that she was having. For decades, she'd been having them. All of this is about embrace. In fact, you'll find the whole of your life is about embrace. If you are uncomfortable in any way, there is something that you are rejecting. And ultimately, you are rejecting a part of your own heart. And that, my friends, is never a good thing. So to be wholehearted, know your dreams. To living in love, know your dreams. Know that your dreams are serving you, and know that your dreams are each representing a part of you that manages another part of you in similar way. So sometimes people would say, there's no way that I would do that to someone else. No, but my question is, do you do it to you? Do you marginalize yourself? Do you suppress yourself, abandon, abuse? Do you shut it down? Let's not. Let's allow our dreams to carry us into the miraculous, conscious beings that we are meant to be, and that we come onto this planet to discover and to rediscover and to share and to support each other in all sorts of ways. So I'm hoping that this is helpful to you. Know your dreams. Know that your dreams are in divine support of you always. So we're going to dive more deeply into that and many other topics in the masterclass, which is coming right up at the bottom of the hour. You can click on the information in the information area here and join us right away. We dive deeply into the topics that you bring to the conversation, and I weave them all together in just sort of a magical way as we begin to recognize there's some common threads that are guiding us in this life. And when we start to align with them, life begins to unfold so beautifully. So it's always a joy and a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for joining us for the short answer, and I'll see you in the masterclass at the bottom of the hour. That's about 7 minutes or so. Okay? Get yourself together. I'll see you then. Much love. Namaste.